And what is going on, everybody? So, welcome to another late night edition for Sixers basketball. Obviously, being on the road against the LA Clippers. Starting a game should be starting in a couple of minutes, but it kind of get a huge shout out to the three viewers that's watching the stream right now. Make sure you smash that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. We are on the road to 400 subscribers. We are 12 subscribers away from that goal. So, if you want to help share this out, like the stream, definitely share the stream out too. I would greatly appreciate it. So they're kind of going over, yo, what up, man? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What is good? What is good, everybody? Hey, huge shout out to the 7 viewers watching the stream. I was still in the pregame, obviously showing some highlights from obviously the Sixers' last game against the abysmal Los Angeles Lakers. Now they can take on another team that's in Los Angeles, and that would be the Clippers, they still do not have Kawhi, who I think is coming back from like an elbow injury, I think it was, and they don't have Paul George either. So those two guys are out for the Clippers. So matchup this season, Embiid 29.8 points per game, 48.8% from the field, 11.3 rebounds per game, 4.3 assists per game compared to the other center who slightly averages over 11 points a game. But yeah, so for Zubac. What's good, Key? What is good, everybody? So yeah, I am going to be the crazy one to try to stay up as much as I can to for the Sixers game tonight. Oh yeah, so what I got to do now is just kind of mute my phone. Obviously, we're still going on commercial break at the moment. But yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy though. But yeah, huge shout out to the 12 viewers watching the stream right now. I appreciate you guys coming through on some late night NBA action. Do definitely greatly appreciate that. Make sure you smash the like button. Hey, trust me. Hey, look, if I done it once before, and I'm getting a good chunk of viewers out of it. So chunk of views. I think everybody did. For me, I was still working at the time, but yeah. But yeah, huge shout out to everybody that's coming into the chat. If you guys are coming from like Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever the case may be, I'll probably be up. Let's see, what's about 15 minutes, like 15 minutes per quarter. So I mean, it should be done a little bit after midnight, or basically on the East Coast. That's probably a little bit after 9 p.m. On the West Coast. So absolutely true. I think we all did. I pretty much caught the fourth quarter for the um Sixers and Lakers game. That kind of being said, so I mean, it is what it is. Yep, definitely. Hey, it can't be worse though. I mean, at least I'm doing 3 out of the 4 Phillies and Dodgers games coming in the month of May, so that's gonna be that's gonna be very fun as well. Be up till like 1 o'clock in the morning, still calling baseball games, so that's gonna be fun. Um, yeah. So yeah, but huge shout out to the 13 viewers coming in on the stream. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate everybody that's coming through, especially from the Facebook side of things. Yeah. So pretty much, I'm doing the six. I'm doing like the 3 games or 3 out of the 4 games set between the Phillies and the Dodgers. I'm doing the 2 games against the Braves in the month of May. I hope not, because I would glad. That is absolutely true. That is some of the That's absolutely true. But yeah, that is going to be true. So hopefully we can get this game started on time. Thank God it's not prime time, because I'm not waiting an extra 5 to 10 minutes for fucking prime time games. I'm sorry, I hate those. Oh yeah, huge shout out to the 13 people still kind of being in the chat. Oh my God, don't get me started on that. Because I will be talking. Well, I'll talk about that next Sunday, because this Sunday um I got a lot of stuff booked for then. So technically in the crypto.com arena, that's most dumbest shit that I've ever heard for the arena to be called that. So we got 10 games to go in the regular season. Jeez. At first, I thought it was like freaking goddamn. All right, so yo, what up, Nightings? What is good, my guy? And for me, I'll say this. Like, even though YouTube takes some of my subs away, like for me, I really don't start to care about it because I always find a way to get them back, no matter what. Um, but yeah, that's that's kind of how I see it. Yeah, surprised everybody's still up, even myself included. But hell, I'm enjoying it. Since I'm pretty much I'm the only one streaming this game tonight. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Alrighty, so huge shout out to the 10 viewers watching the stream. Obviously, we're still in the kind of like the pre-game stretch of things. Um, I do appreciate you guys coming through. You should smash that like button. Definitely share this out with a lot of other people who are maybe still up, still you can't catch the game. This is gonna be crazy though. Hopefully, we can get this game underway. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating. It is. I'll say that. But for me, like, yeah, I mean, like one or two, yeah, it may not seem like a lot, but damn, that sucks, man. Yeah, for those who don't know, like go sub it to my buddy Nightings too. Like, let's just try to help, get him back to 240, even get him close to getting more than 240. Um, let's. Oh yeah, man. Okay, so yo, what up, Nante? What is good, my guy? All right, so it looks like we're getting ready to get started. Okay, we're gonna start to get started. So Miami loses to the New York Knicks. Holy Christ! Hey, no problem, man. Got to help out. Yeah, 10 games to the end of the regular season. So the Sixers right now sitting at 45-27. They are one game back of the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. So for the starting lineups for the Sixers, goes over Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and James Harden. And for the Clippers, got Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris Sr., Ivica Zubac, Amir Coffey, and Reggie Jackson to round it out for the Los Angeles Clippers. So, hey, huge shout out to the 10 viewers watching the stream right now. Make sure you smash the like button on the stream. Definitely share this out. I think he's still like dealing with I think he's rehabbing like an injury. I think what it is. I think it might be an injury. I think he's still rehabbing. So it looks like the Sixers are going with their Spectrum uniforms tonight against the Clippers. Okay. It looks like going with the Clippers are going with their baby blue uniforms tonight against the Sixers. And the tip-off wins as won by the Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, Maxey slowly hands it off to Embiid. Gives it right back to Maxey. Maxey hands it off to looks like Embiid. Kicks it to Tobias in the corner for three. That's a little bit too strong. Rebound by Marcus Morris Sr. He takes it for the Clippers. Goes around the screen. And Matisse got a hand on it. Zubac. And a late foul has been called. On a very late whistle. God damn. So it looks like Zubac's going to go to the line to shoot two. And the first free throw is good by Zubac. So Zubac averaging 10.2 points per game, 8.4 rebounds, and shooting, and 1 of 2 from Zubac. So we got Harden. Gives it to Embiid. Oh, Embiid with a crossover step, and that's too strong. So Zubac comes up with the rebound. So Jackson, guarded by Matisse, gets switched. And Batum hands it up to Marcus Morris Sr., and that's no good for a three. Zubac with the rebound. No worries. Batum shoots, and that's good for two. So 3-0 Clippers to start against the Philadelphia 76ers. We got Harden, guarded by Reggie Jackson, with 10:35 left to go in the first. And Harden turns it over to Coffee, and that layup is good for two. God damn it. Okay, so Sixers down 5 against the Clippers. So we got Embiid. Hands it up to Harris. Harris posting up Reggie Jackson in the paint. And that's good from Tobias Harris for a nice post to jump shot. So Sixers down 3. So we got Marcus Morris Sr. hands off to Jackson. Jackson hands off to Morris. Morris getting double teamed. And that's no good. And Zubac come up with the rebound, and then Harden comes away with the basketball. Harden step back three. Yes, sir. Nice step back three from James Harden to tie the game up at 5. So we got Jackson who and Embiid almost came up with the steal, gives it to Batum. And blocked by James Harden, who takes up on. And a nice alley-oop to Matisse Thybulle for 2. You love to see that from James Harden. So Sixers going up 2. So we got 9:08 left to go in the first quarter. So Jackson guarded by Maxey. Zubac sets the screen. Jackson, he hands it up. And Matisse comes up with his steal again. And a nice two-handed slam for Matisse Thybulle. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry about that. Yes, sir. So Sixers up 9-5. And nobody cares about these boring commercial breaks. Okay. I was still in the Warren commercial break, as it seems. So far, with the Sixers up 4 over the Clippers. Right, huge shout out to the 8 people that's watching the stream right now. Make sure you definitely smash that like button, definitely hit the subscribe button. You guys are new. Definitely share the stream out too. A huge shout out to everybody that's coming through. I fucking hope not, because Korkmaz gives me a fucking heart attack. That's all I gotta say. Korkmaz is a heart attack waiting to fucking happen. That's all I gotta say. I saw that the Madison Square Garden. Appreciate it. Shit. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of things go. But I'm looking forward to see what Nova can do against the 15 seed St. Peter's. And let's be real, I didn't know even St. Peter's even had a basketball team to begin with. So I mean, but hey, man, look, I'll give St. Peter's a lot of credit though. I mean, it's really screwed bracket along with Richmond at the same time. But I'm just saying. So we're back from commercial break. Yeah, St. Peter's. I saw Purdue getting eliminated. Hurts me too, because I actually had picked them in my tournament bracket. So the Sixers are on a 9-0 scoring run against the Clippers. So we're back. Got Jackson crosses half court for the Clippers. Hands it out to Morris. Hands up to Zubac. My hopes. And rebound to Tyrese Maxey. Takes up for Philadelphia. Maxey goes around the screen set by Embiid. Drives. And that layup's no good. It looks like Zubac got a hand on it. Morris gives it to Jackson. Jackson with a crossover step on Maxey. Spins. Fadeaway jumper. That's no good. Rebound to James Harden. Slowly takes it up for Philadelphia with 8:10 left to go in the first quarter. With Harden, with Batum right on him. Step back 3 again. That's too strong. And Clipper comes up with the basketball. Morris gives it to Batum. Hands up to Zubac. Gets it to Jackson. Almost got hit in the face with the basketball. And Zubac. And that's no good. And James Harden comes up with the rebound. Slowly Cook takes up from Philadelphia. Jackson almost came. And then, so Clippers, or Coffee knocked it out of bounds. Still Sixers basketball. And that shot's no good. Jackson comes with the rebound. And Harden comes up with a steal from Matisse. And Harden draws the foul on Marcus Morris Sr. You know what? Obviously from starting out slow. Let me move my mic out of the picture out of here. And Harden's going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. He is second in the NBA with averaging 10.2 assists. And that free throw is good from James Harden. So Sixers up 5 over the Los Angeles Clippers. We got 7:20 left to go in the first quarter. And obviously with the Clippers, booing as they should. Obviously with the Sixers being the road team. And both free throws are good from James Harden. So Sixers up 6. Jackson slowly takes it up for the Clippers. Hands up to Zubac. Gives it right back to Jackson. Jackson gets it to Zubac. Hands up to Batum. Zubac gets it. Coffee gets the basketball. Gets it to Zubac. Zubac right in the paint. And the hook shot, no good. Rebound to Joel Embiid. Takes up for Philadelphia. And he drives. Spin around jumper. That's in and out. Rebound to Nicholas Batum. Batum crosses half court. And he shoots deep two, and that's good for two from Batum. So Sixers up 4. So we got Harden guarded by Coffee. Now it's when Jackson switches on him, and with Embiid kicks it to, and Thibault's going to the line to shoot too. So 6:24 left to go, left in the first quarter. So, and Matisse Thybulle now going to the line to shoot 2. And the first free throw is good for Matisse. So Sixers up 5. And the second free throw from Matisse is good. That is a 6-point lead. Sixers, lead the Clippers. 6:22 left to go in the first. Coffee hands out to Jackson. Pulls up for a 3. That's no good. MB comes down with a rebound. Batum chases him. Hands it out to Harden. Harden guarded by Batum. He drives, and that's good for 2 from James Harden, finishing through contact. And it looks like it's going to be a 3-point play for James Harden. You love to see it, though. You really do. But yeah, huge shout out to the 11 people watching the stream tonight. I appreciate those for coming through. Make sure you smash the like button. Definitely hit the subscribe button. And make sure to have that notification bell turned on so you guys will not miss any live play-by-plays like these or other live streams. Okay. So, and Harden completes the 3-point play. So far, so good. Yeah, absolutely true. So 16-7, Sixers lead the Clippers. 16-2 run the last 4 minutes 12 seconds for the Philadelphia 76ers. Harden on Morris. Harden playing some tight defense on Morris, and that shot's no good. MB comes up with the rebound. And nice coast-to-coast layup from Joel Embiid for 2. You look. The fact of what MB can do at a guy's like 7+ footer, and Jackson, he drives, and Zubac comes up with a rebound, and that's no good. It looked like Shake Milton comes up with the rebound. So James Harden, he hands it up to Embiid. And Embiid comes up with a foul. That was a little special guest, my buddy Ray. Should go check him out on Spotify as I am Young Manop. So 2 free throws coming for the Sixers. So Embiid's going to the line to shoot 2. So highest road points per game. And first free throw is missed, but Allen Iverson has averaged 32.7 points per game on the road in 2005 and 2006. Behind him is Will Chamberlain, averaging 31.7 points per game, and Embiid is third on that list. Because Iverson did it twice in the Sixers franchise history. So we got 55 now checking in for the Los Angeles Clippers. And free throw number 2 from Embiid is good. No, don't start. Because I'm not risking having a heart attack on stream. So fuck that shit. There we got. So 19-7 was Morris. And completely airballs it. And Niang comes up with the rebound. I got Harden. He slowly. Deep step back 3. That's too strong. Hartenstein comes up with a rebound. So Coffee comes up with a 3. That's no good. Rebound to Embiid. Takes it up for Philadelphia. Crosses. Hands up to Niang. Gets it right back to Embiid. Embiid with Hartenstein right on top. Nice two-pointer from the free throw line. And Sixers up 14. So the Sixers up 14 over the Los Angeles Clippers, and we are basically in a timeout as it stands. So I appreciate it for those who are stopping by. Definitely leave a like on the stream, share this out. Hey, huge. Oh, absolutely, man. Sixers up 14. You love to see it. And nobody cares. Thank God. Thank God I can't wait for baseball season, man. I know this basketball season's coming towards the end a little bit, but yeah, huge shout out to the 10 people still watching the stream right now. I appreciate you guys are coming through live on the stream. Definitely share it out. We are, let's see, but yeah, we're so close to. Well, let's try to get to so we're very close to 400 and to 390. Because we already passed the 375 threshold, which is the next, which is the pit stop. On yes, sir. So obviously the picture to commercial. Obviously for DraftKings Sportsbook. A huge shout out to the 8 people that's joining me here tonight on some late night NBA action for the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers. So for those who are just joining in, this is the score so far for the Philadelphia 76ers. Obviously, despite that slow start to in the early first quarter, but it looks like the Sixers finally found their rhythm. Over 218. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm not probably some betting. All right, Nightings, I appreciate it, man. Right, huge shout out to the 14 people watching the stream. Appreciate you guys coming through. Whether you're coming from my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, my Twitter account, hell, even my Twitch channel. We are coming to you live on all those platforms. So back from the timeout, we got Harvenstein hands up to. So we got Luke Kennard on the floor for the Clippers. Hands it all to the left to 14, and he kind of and guarded by Embiid. Oh, Robert Covington makes the 2. Jeez. So Embiid step back. That's good for 2 from Joel Embiid. So 23-9, Sixers lead over the Los Angeles Clippers. 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. And I'm sorry, that's Terrence Mann who kicked it out. And Covington lost the basketball. And jump ball has been called with 3:27 left to go in the first. And Coffee makes the layup for 2. So 23-11, Sixers still lead. 3:15 left to go in the first. Got Danny Green with the basketball in his hands. Hands up to Niang. Gets an Embiid and wide open the paint. That's good for 2 and a nice assist from George Niang. You'll love to see it. So 25-11, Sixers still lead. We got Kennard. And a nice deflection by Joel Embiid. With Harden takes it up for Philadelphia. And guarded by Harvenstein. Hands up to Niang. Kicks it to Embiid in the paint. And Embiid draws a double team foul on for the Clippers. So Embiid going back to the line to shoot too. Alrighty, so and the first free throw from Embiid is good. So 26-11 Sixers lead, 2:39 left to go in the first quarter over the Los Angeles Clippers. So one more free throw coming for Joel Embiid after making the first one. And Embiid makes both. So 27-11 Sixers lead over the Los Angeles Clippers. He hands it off. So it looks like Hartenstein. And that shot's no good. And right off of Hartenstein. And that's Sixers basketball. You'll love to see it. But for those who are new coming in, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, because we are on the road to 400 subscribers. Because you do not want to miss out on content like this. For those who don't know, I am using a green screen. Kind of talk more a little bit. So we got Harden, guarded by Terrence Mann. He hands it out to DeAndre Jordan. Hands it right back to Harden. Harden draws a double team, kicks it in the end, kicks it to Milton in the corner for three. That is good from Shake Milton. So Shake Milton puts the Sixers. That's a 30 burger right on the Los Angeles Clippers. So Covington, that's too strong. Gives rebound that to Jordan, hands out to Harden. Harden guarded by Covington. Splits to Covington, kicks it to Niang for three. That's too strong. Rebound to Robert Covington. So Covington drives. Coffee for three. That's no good. Rebound to James Harden. Slowly takes it up for Philadelphia with 1:30 left to go in the first quarter. And Harden gets fouled by the Los Angeles Clippers. Hey, huge shout out to the 9 people watching the stream right now. Definitely appreciate you guys, everybody that's coming, tuning in. Hey, what's good, Jerry? Long time no see. I know a lot of people think, I'll be crazy up being up this late, but then again, who knows? So it looks like Harden going to the line to shoot 2. What's good, man? And the first free throw from Harden is good. So Sixers up 20 over the Los Angeles Clippers, 31-11. Appreciate it, Jerry, for you stopping by, man. I appreciate it. And Harden makes both. So 32-11, Sixers still lead. 1:25 left to go in the first quarter. Got Mann. He hands it to Hartenstein. He hands it off to Kennard. Thought about a 3. Definitely, man. And that shot's good for 2. So Hartenstein with the. So apparently the foul has been called. Absolutely. So Hartenstein. So Hartenstein is going to go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. But I do appreciate for those who are tuning in at 11:05 on the East Coast and 8:05 on the West Coast. So DeAndre Jordan gets called for the foul on Hartenstein, and that shot's no good. Rebound to Luke Kennard. So Coffee, he drives and turns it over. And it looks like either Kennard or Hartenstein gets flagged for the foul. It looks like Luke Kennard gets called for the foul on Tyrese Maxey. But yeah, huge shout to the 11 people. 8 coming from YouTube. I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate it because I'm pretty much. Absolutely. So now they're actually reviewing for a clear path foul. So yeah. Appreciate for those who are coming in. Definitely like the stream. Definitely share the stream out. And definitely subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We are, unless if my soul. Who cares? And that's the thing about me. It's just like if I get a dislike on the stream, even though I can see it from my YouTube studio, I really don't care. I truly don't. But yeah, it's just that's just one of those things. It's like you love to see how the Sixers, obviously, coming off a win off over the abysmal Los Angeles Clippers. Um, Obviously, still back here back in Los Angeles at the same building that the Clippers share with the Lakers. So Maxey going to go to the line to shoot two. Hey, huge shout out to the 7 people watching the stream. And Maxey misses both. God damn. So, but still Sixers basketball. So I mean, can't hurt in the worst thing in the world by any stretch of the imagination. But hell. So we got Maxey looks like guarded by Terrence Mann with Niang setting the screen. Maxey kind of dries, hands it up to Danny Green. Pump fakes, kicks it back to Maxey. Maxey with Luke Kennard right on top. And Maxey with a high arcing shot, but that's no good. You got Covington. Kicks it to his, and that layup is good for 2. So 32-16, Sixers still lead. 32 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So right now the Sixers are outscoring the Clippers 14-10 in the paint. And we got Milton guarded by. I was like hands it off to Green. Green kicks it to Maxey. Maxey drives, floater. That's no good. And that rebound can't fall. Yo, what up, man? So it looks like apparently Kennard leaned into the 3. So we got 5.1 seconds left to go. So Kennard this season averaging 11.6 points per game. And the first free throw from Kennard is good. So 32-17, Sixers lead. I hope not. And that Kennard gets lucky on that roll that roll in the free throw. So it's like DeAndre Jones is going to take a rest on the bench. And both free throws are good for Luke Kennard. So Sixers up 32-19 over the Los Angeles Clippers. Green hands up to Tobias, and that's good for 3 from Tobias Harris. You look to see it. So Tobias Harris with it. So that is the end of the first. You love to see it, though, man. So 35-19, Sixers lead at the end of the first quarter. And like I said, I think with Tobias at times, I feel like it's up here, and I feel like it's more, like I said, it's mental, and I think it's obvious if it's his confidence. I think if you have like less confidence, I feel like you kind of play like complete garbage. And take it from me, I've been just a victim of it too. So I mean, look, I kind of understand even though I don't get paid as much as Tobias, but how Tobias has that one stretch where he just doesn't play well. That's just how this team operates. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate for those who are coming in. I know I'm probably one of the crazy people staying up till like obviously it is 11:11 on the East Coast, 8 p.m. on the West Coast. If you're watching from the West Coast, but yeah, but huge shout out to the 5 viewers watching the stream. Definitely like and share the stream out definitely because something I haven't really I haven't really done like late night streams since since when they played the Dallas Mavericks. I think a couple of months ago. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. Having confidence and having the right mental headspace, I think is where I think what Tobias feel like has kind of learned how to use his confidence or about using the confidence. That's just me. But yeah, I mean, so far good. Obviously, I'll say this: even though the Sixers start out slow early in the game, but obviously they just just keep piling on because I think the Clippers are a good team, but they're just not great by any. But yeah, that's just. But yeah, so for those who don't know, my birthday is coming up on Sunday or Monday, I should say. I apologize. I got some good stuff coming up for you on my birthday. I mean, obviously, I got a brand new episode of my Philadelphia Phillies Talk podcast coming up with special guest Mark Porcetta from the. For those who have not watched his morning show, the Farsi show with Mark Farcetta, he's going to be coming onto this channel to kind of talk some Phillies baseball. Um, you know, yeah, and that's a very good point. And I think too, and a lot of people, because I think with James Harden, I feel like the misconception is just that, um, basically just feel like he's a ball hawk, but it doesn't really show it that way. And since he joined the Philadelphia 76ers, and that's a very good point, Jerry. I really agree with that. Kennard for three, that's no good, and that putback's good for two. So that's a 2 point. So Sixers still up 35-21, 11:34 left to go in the second quarter. So I got it was like Tobias posting down Terrence Mann. Spin around jumper, and that's too strong for Tobias Harris, but that was a good shot by Tobias. Man, speeds. And that's a good Euro step layup from Terrence Mann. Very underappreciated player in the NBA, my honest opinion. So 35. Exactly. If you think about it too, like so Doc calls a timeout and kind of talk about that too, is look at the kind of game, even though Tyrese Maxey has improved this year, but look what he's able to accomplish since being the part of the backcourt with James Harden. In my honest opinion. Okay, you know what? Obviously, no one may. For those who don't know that I usually mute. Well, because obviously I'm not watching on my TV because I do like to want to use my green screen in the background. So I mean, but yeah, so I mean, I got a lot of some good stuff coming up. Obviously got my afternoon show at 3:30 tomorrow. On Sunday. I do got my late night show tomorrow at midnight. So if anyone wants to come around to pop in, the guys are more than welcome to pop on. Kind of shoot this shit a little bit for like maybe a couple hours or so. Who knows how long the stream's going to be? Obviously we're still in the commercial break as it's at the moment. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, absolutely. And I people understand why he's second in the NBA, averaging 10.2 assists per game. So he's averaging a double double this year, even though he's not the kind of guy. I don't know, man. No, I mean that's true. Sixers up. Let me fix the scoreboard really quick. 30. Oh, surprise, 36. Okay, who's fucking with the scoreboard? Not on my end. So we got Danny Green gets to Milton. Deep three from Milton. That's two off the top of the rim. Maxey comes up with the basketball on a attempted alley oop. No good. We got Jackson kicks it to Terrence Mann. The floater, and that's no good. And Tobias gets fouled by, it looks like, either Terrence Mann or Harvenstein. So it looks like Mann gets called for the foul on Tobias Harris. And turnover by Philadelphia. Kennard comes up with the basketball. Gets it to Jackson for three. That's no good. Rebound to Tyrese Maxey. I feel like Shake's confidence has gotten better too. So we get Tobias. He's playing some physical basketball. Green for three. That's no good. And DeAndre Jordan tried to put it back slam. That was no good. Man. And that gets blocked. Covington for three. That's good for three from Robert Covington. Not the best 3-point shooter for most recent memory when he played here in Philadelphia. So Sixers up 10 with 10:02 left to go in the second quarter. So we got Maxey with the basketball in his hands, which guarded by Terrence Mann, who the Clippers are on the 7-0 run last almost 2 minutes. Maxey guard. And that's a good floater from Tyrese Maxey, good for two. So 38-26 Sixers still lead. 9:40 left to go in the second quarter. Kennard, he gets it to Jackson. Jackson trying to find an open man, and Harvenstein sets the screen, gets it to Terrence Mann, and that's no good. And it looks like Harden got a hand on the basketball. And Maxey speeds through. So Jackson comes up with the basketball for Los Angeles, guarded by Maxey. Harvenstein sets the screen for Jackson to go pass, and that's no good from Reggie Jackson. Rebound to Shake Milton. Crosses half court for Philly. Jordan sets the screen. Kicks it to Tobias Harris. He drives. And Tobias Harris is going to the line to shoot too. Like I said, Terrence Mann is very underappreciated. I know the Clippers is not the best team he's playing on as it seems, but I feel like Terrence Mann is still very underappreciated. So apparently, it looks like we're going to a commercial break. It seems. Yeah. So far, Sixers playing well so far. I mean, that's the wrong scoreboard. Yeah, I'm also doing some calling some baseball games too. But yeah, man. So far, obviously, boring commercial break as usual. Sixers still up 38-26 over the Clippers. Not too shabby though. It's not. I really do appreciate for yeah. See, for me, this is why I think at times it's like obviously I know we're stuck with Danny Green for another year or two. Um, I do feel like at some point we're gonna have to realize we could actually try to at least flip him hopefully by the next year's trade deadline. At least try to get something in return for Danny Green. Because let's be real, I think we should have traded Danny Green instead of. Oh well, we all know how that goes, but yeah, that is very true though. It is very true. But hey, look, man, there's a lot of times that players you like are decent, but at times just not to people's likings. I'm just saying. So Sixers still up 12 over. Yeah. Hey, huge shout out to the 15 viewers watching the stream. Definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're new, definitely share this channel out and definitely share the stream out. So, jump ball for the Sixers and Clippers. Oh, absolutely. Pretty much at this point, I agree. But huge shout out to the 17 people, 10 coming from YouTube. I appreciate you guys coming through on that. And Sixers. So Clippers ball on the tip off. Oh yeah, absolutely. That is very true. And so we got Kennard. He hands out to Terrence Mann, guarded by Harden. And that. So Harden gets called for the foul on Terrence Mann. So Mann going to the line to shoot 2. Pretty sure that one dislike's probably from a salty Clippers fan. And that first is good from Terrence Mann. So 38-27. Sixers still lead with 8:46 left to go in the second quarter. And Mann makes both free throws. At least the Clippers is one of those teams that actually know how to hit their free throws, unlike. So we got Tobias inbound in for Philadelphia. He gets inbounds to James Harden. And Harden slowly takes it up for Philadelphia with 8:38 left to go in the second quarter. Hands off to Korkmaz. Oh, good Lord. Get it. Jordan. Hands off to Harris. I'm sorry, Tobias Harris. Harden for 3. Yes, sir! That's a nice three-pointer from James Harden. So it looks like Joel is coming up to the scores table to check in for the Philadelphia 76ers. So far, 13 points for James Harden, 2 of 4 from 3. Korkmaz, some good defense. And Hartenstein can't make the shot. Rebound to James Harden. I think that probably either be 6 or 7 rebounds. Oh, nice screen set by Jordan. Oh, Harden with the crossover step. Kicks out to Korkmaz. Korkmaz kicks out to Harris. Kicks it to Harden. Pump fakes for 3. That's no good. Rebound to DeAndre Jordan. Korkmaz. Hang on to it, dumbass. Maxey goes right by Covington. Oh, pump fake spin around jumper. That's no good. Rebound to Covington. Covington. So we got Kennard. Hands it up to Hartenstein. Kicks it back to Kennard and turnover to Sixers basketball. Probably. I don't know. But yeah, for those who are new, I appreciate for those who are new coming in, either you're a new fan or a new face coming to the stream. Pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. And what's funny is before that, before anybody said this, I call him a Turkish delight. But apparently, that for some odd reason that came out of my brain and at the weirdest possible moment. But hey, so MB, oh, and Korkmaz gets blocked, and still Sixers basketball with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm sorry, that's Clippers basketball. So 7:04 left to go in the second quarter. Sixers up 41-28 over the Los Angeles Clippers. And let's be real, I think probably the better of the other LA teams in terms of, they actually can win games on like a certain other LA team. So we got Jackson guarded by Harris, screen set by Hartenstein. And Jackson deep two. That's no good. And rebound goes to James Harden. So we got Harden with 7 total rebounds. Harden drives. And a nice tough two from James Harden. So 43-28. And Harris comes up with the rebound for the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid with the ball in his hands, posting up, kicks it to Harris for 3. That's too strong. And Korkmaz comes up with the basketball. Deep 3 from Korkmaz. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Did he really just hit the Of course, he hits the 3. Whoop-de-doo. The least favorite player on this goddamn Sixers team. Yeah, unfortunately. Hey, look, I know pretty much, yeah, but so far, score sets at 46-28. Sixers lead over the Clippers. Honestly, Sixers obviously like most of you guys said. I think you guys brought up some good points. Try to hang on to the basketball. You try to play. Obviously, I like how they were playing aggressive, but just got to hang on to the basketball. That's pretty much about it. I don't really think there's really nothing bad to really look at, especially how this team has been playing the first almost 2 quarters of the game. In my honest opinion. Yeah, but still, but that is the problem with something like Korkmaz. It's just the most inconsistent player. But then again, if you looked at some of the other players that we had over the years, you could make the argument with Robert Covington. When he gets hot, he gets hot. Covington's another guy you could probably definitely make the argument that he is very inconsistent. I'm just saying. That's just what I remember. So Delaware, our G League clinched their G League playoff berth. Yeah, unfortunately, my least favorite player on this goddamn team. That's just, and which is funny, even though Mitch kind of talks shits about him, but hey, it is what it is. But hey, look, if it helps to blow this game wide open, I'll take that. So we got, and man gets fouled up underneath the basket, and it's an 8-0 run for the Philadelphia 76ers. A huge shout out to the 12 people, the viewers watching this. So Matisse gets called for the foul on Terrence Mann. And first free throw is good from Terrence Mann. So 46-29, Sixers still lead over the Clippers with 6:06 left to go in the second quarter. So 7 points for Terrence Mann, 2 of 4 from the floor. And both free throws are good. So Sixers up 16. So 6:05 left to go in the second quarter. Harden slowly takes it up with Embiid by his side, sets a half-court screen. Man, right on top of Harden, he goes right by the screen, gets it to Embiid, and Embiid's going to the line to shoot too. You love to see that from Joel Embiid. You love to see it though. Yeah. And the first free throw from Embiid is good. So 47-30, Sixers lead. 5:53 left to go in the second quarter. So Embiid with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the floor. And Embiid makes both free throws. So if the Clippers on a has a field goal done less over 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So we got Morris. And that's a good sidestep jumper from Marcus Morris Sr. to end that drought. So 48-32, Sixers still lead. 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Embiid guarded by Zubac. Embiid, nice step back two. That's no good. And Batum comes up with the rebound, guarded by Korkmaz. Hands off to Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann hands it off to Morris Sr. And that's no good. And Harden comes up with the rebound. And nice pad. And still Sixers basketball on the deflection by Terrence Mann. So Niang has come on the floor with Embiid, guarded by Zubac. Zubac right in the post. And a nice tip in by Matisse Thybulle. So that's a 50 burger right on top of the Los Angeles Clippers. So man, hands up to Hartenstein. Oh, Matisse comes up with a pickpocket, but and Zubac gets it to Terrence Mann and gets blocked by Joel Embiid. And Korkmaz comes up with the basketball, hands it to Harden, who crosses half court. He drives, and still Sixers basketball. I appreciate for those who are sticking around or still tuning in with me. Just a weird tip in. So we got 4:13 left to go in the second quarter. Harden, he drives, gets it to Embiid who gets double teamed at the free throw line. Step back two, that's no good. Had to get the shot off. I'll take those misses any day. Try to at least get the shot off. Batum for three. That's good for three from Nicholas Batum. So Batum hits the three for. So Batum's definitely. But yeah, huge shout out to the 15 viewers watching the stream. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through. If you guys are new, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely like the stream up. I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely share the stream out. So I mean, Lions, look at the scoreboard. This is what the Sixers. Yeah, Sixers are playing really aggressive. I mean, at times they have turned the ball over, but it's not on a consistent. It's not very like on a consistent turnovers. Like they'll turn over like. I mean, they have like 4 total turnovers compared to the Clippers' 7 total turnovers today. And right now, over 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and that is good on a good alley-oop to Zubac. So 50-37, less than 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Korkmaz hands it to Embiid. Korkmaz sets a screen with Embiid posting up Zubac. So defensive 3-second defensive 3-second call has been called on the Los Angeles Clippers. What's good, Dante? And first free throw is good from James Harden. So 51-37, Sixers lead with Tobias Harris now coming back onto the floor, who has actually has played pretty good so far. So Korkmaz goes to the bench. And I know Dante's going to say something about it, but that's so 51-37. Harden splits the two defenders, hands out to Embiid for three. That's too strong. Rebound to Zubats. He hands it up to Morris. Morris guarded by Harris, and that's no good. Embiid comes up with a rebound, gives it to Matisse, gets it to Harden. Harden guarded by Batum with less than 3 minutes to go. Harden for a deep three from James Harden. Good Lord. So 54-37. Sixers still lead. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jackson, the floater, that's no good. Rebound to Tyrese Maxey. And Harden with 17 points, 3 of 6 from three. And that's another three from James Harden. Make that even 20 points for James Harden. So we got Coffee guarded by Harris. Harris puts some good tight defense. Kicks it to Batum. And that manages to get the roll. So 57-39, still Sixers lead. 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter before we get into halftime. But huge shout out to the 15 viewers watching the stream. Definitely leave a like on the stream. Should definitely share the stream. I would greatly appreciate that if you guys would help share this out. Embiid and Tyrese comes out with the basketball. Harden thought about a three, but was smart with it. Gets it to Harris. Gets it to Harden. Pump fakes with a nice floater. That's no good. Rebound. And one, James Harden. So that's 22 points for James Harden, and he's going to go to the line to complete the three-point play with the Sixers up 20 over the Los Angeles Clippers. So you'll love to see it from this team. There's some contact, but it was just a clean foul. Man, you'll love to see it from James Harden tonight, man. Jesus Christ, man. So 22 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 9 rebounds and 2 assists for James Harden. The fact he's going to have a first half double-double is going to be insane. And that is the three-point play has been completed by James Harden. That is a 60 burger on the Clippers from courtesy of James Harden. We got Jackson. He hands it up to Morris. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We got Batum. He hands it up to Coffee. He kicks it to Jackson with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Jackson kicks it to Batum for three. That's no good. And Harden. And Tobias comes up with the rebound. Damn it. I wanted to. Harris gets it to Maxey. Maxey gets it back to Harris. Pump fakes, kicks it to Harris or Maxey, who pulls up for a three. That's no good. Rebound to Joel Embiid, and he puts it back in for the Philadelphia 76ers. 62-39 6. Huge shout out to the 33 people watching the stream. I appreciate you guys coming through. 43 seconds left to go. Jackson, he drives, and that's good for two. So 62-41, Sixers lead. 35 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Harden with the basketball in his hands, guarded by Batum. Batum, and Harden pulls up for a three. And that's, so 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter before we enter halftime. So Jackson just stands at midcourt with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Almost like 2 seconds separate the shot clocks, or the two clocks. Jackson, he drives. And Covington loses the basketball. And that's a double-double for James Harden. And he gets fouled by Covington. Hey, huge shout out to the 33 people watching the stream. Definitely, if you guys are watching from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, make sure you smash that like button. Especially from the YouTube. If you're watching from Facebook, leave a like or any kind of other reaction live on my Facebook page. We are coming to you live on Facebook as well. So Covington commits the foul on James Harden, and he's going to the line to shoot two for the Philadelphia 76ers. So James Harden has a first half double-double. Are you kidding me? And that's good from James Harden. 63-41, Sixers lead over the Los Angeles Clippers with 3.1 seconds left to go in the first half. You'll love to see it from this team. I guess maybe it's just the jerseys, in my honest opinion. And that is both free throws are good from James Harden, 64-41. So Maxey gets called for the foul with 1/10 of a second left to go in this first half. They got an inbound play with 1/10 of a second left to go. So now they're revealing it for a clear path foul. So we got 1 second got put back on the clock. And now Rhett Jackson's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So, man, Reggie Jackson, only 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 of 7 from the floor. And first free throw is good from Jackson, which is point number 3. So B-Ball Paul's going to come onto the floor for the Philadelphia 76ers. Hey, huge shout out to the 15 viewers watching the stream. If you guys like what you see, definitely leave a like. If you're watching from Facebook, you can leave any reaction you like. And Jackson makes both free throws. So 64-43 with 1 second to go. And that is halftime. All right, so Sixers are entering halftime with the 64-43 lead over the Clippers. But I'll be right back, guys, because I'm going to have to take a little halftime break myself. So I'll be right back. And what is going on, everybody? So, I had to go take a little bit of a snack break. But yes, I mean, so far as the score says on the scoreboard, that the Sixers are up 64-43 over the Los Angeles Clippers. Obviously, with James Harden obviously having the first half double double, which is crazy to see. Which first time I've seen him do. I think any of the Sixers fans would see him do that. But I think we look like we're playing well. I think our confidences are. We have some good confidence in this game tonight. I do appreciate for those who are still sticking around. Huge shout out to the 11 viewers watching the stream right now. Definitely, if you're watching from the YouTube or Facebook, I did post the link to my YouTube channel in the chat or in the comment section, basically. If you want to come check me out, definitely hit the subscribe button. We are on the road to 400 subscribers. We are 12 subscribers away from 400 and two from away from 390. So you want to help get me there? You guys are more than welcome to. But yeah, I mean, so far so good for the Sixers to play. Playing against the Clippers. Obviously coming back to another back-to-back off obviously beating the abysmal Los Angeles Lakers. So, but yeah, you love to see it from this team. You like how this team is playing and the ways that this team should be playing. Obviously, because obviously it's just like how a lot of, especially at this time of the year where 10 games down to the wire, it's gonna be very interesting to really take a look to pretty much look at into the ways that obviously hang on a second, guys. Well, yeah, obviously, like I said, obviously with 10 games left in the regular season, it's gonna be. Yo, what's good, man? What is good? Appreciate it for those who are new faces coming into here. Obviously, with this for the first who are new to my Sixers live play-by-play live streams. I've done a lot of Sixers games throughout this entire year, which is, um, it was fun. It was fun to do some of these games throughout the regular season. Hopefully to do some, basically do some playoff games, and obviously with baseball coming in April. Yo, cheers, Steve. What is going on, everybody? Appreciate for those who are kind of stopping by. Smash that like button. Definitely share this out. I greatly appreciate that. It's just like like I said, doing these games throughout this entire regular season was actually pretty fun, though. Honestly, I mean, I have shown some emotion at times on stream, especially when it comes to the Sixers. Kind of sometimes this team can frustrate me at times, but like tonight, how the Sixers are playing, as you can tell by the scoreboard, the Sixers are up 64-43 over the a bit, not say like at least decent Los Angeles Clippers, who do not have Paul George, who do not have Kawhi Leonard, but we're ready, and we're actually pulling some players down. Um, Reggie Jackson's been shooting abysmal. I think he's like 1 of 8 from the floor, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I checked, but he has, yeah. So I mean, we've been pretty. Obviously, there are times where this team can at times, can screw up at times. Even obviously with this, obviously the start of the game. Obviously like the first, like during the tip off, like where like they just like had a hard time. Not to say a hard time, but kind of start out sloppy a little bit. But I think once you start getting the rhythm in, because obviously this is kind of a back to back. Playing the abysmal Los Angeles Lakers, still in the same building, but this time playing the Clippers. But yeah, I appreciate for those who are new coming into these streams. It's pretty interesting. I really do appreciate it. Because it's pretty nice to actually have some familiar faces into this on. Yeah, but that's pretty much about all I gotta say to. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. So it looks like we're getting ready to start the third quarter. Oh, That is not the word. Alrighty. So for James Harden, 25 points, 6 of 11 from the field. Alrighty, so we are back with Reggie Jackson. Hands it off to the coffee. And Jackson drives again. And it looks like Jackson gets fouled on the way to the towards the basket. So Matisse gets called for the foul. So man, it will inbound for Los Angeles. Gives it to Zubac. He hands it off to Jackson. Jackson stops and pops. And that's good for 2 from Reggie Jackson. So 64-45. Sixers lead over the Clippers. 11:33 left to go in the third. Embiid gets the pass from Maxey, hands it off to Harden, kicks it back to Embiid. And that's good for 2 from Joel Embiid. So 66-45, Sixers still leading the Clippers. Jackson, with the wide open layup with the weak defense on the backside. So 66-47, Sixers still lead. 11 minutes to go in the third. Maxey gets it to Embiid. And Zubac Embiid hands off to Harden. Harden, he gets it to Embiid. Embiid guarded by Zubac. And rebound to Batum. Gets it, and Coffee kind of stops. Gets it to Reggie Jackson. So Jackson stops, pops, and shoots. That's no good. Rebound to Tobias Harris, who takes it up for Philadelphia and tries to split the defenders. Can't find an open lane. Gets it to Harden. Harden gets it to Matisse, right? And kicks and turns it over. And Jackson comes up with the basketball. Gets it to Batum for 3. That's no good. Harden comes up with the rebound again. And Harden slowly comes up with the basketball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 10 minutes to go. And an offensive foul has been called. And Clippers turn it over. Embiid comes up with the basketball. And he rushes with Zubac. Kicks out to Harris for 3. That's no good. And loose ball foul on Matisse Thybulle. Just sit Matisse down. So that's the third on Matisse. 9:43 left to go in the third. So Jackson slowly crosses half court for the Clippers. Guarded by Matisse, gives it to Zubac, hands off to Batum. And it looks like Harden got a piece of got his hand up and contests a shot on Batum. And Harden comes up with the rebound. And we got Harden try to direct traffic. Guarded by Terrence Mann. He gets it to pass it to Embiid in the post against Zubac. Kicks it to Harris. Harris thought about a three. Kicks it to Matisse underneath the basket. And that's a nice under the basket layup for Matisse Thybulle. And just managed to get on that weak backside. So right now the Sixers are out assist, and that shot's and that's that's an interesting putback from Zubac. So 68-49 Sixers lead. 8:48 left to go in the third. Harden he gets it to Embiid. Embiid draws a double team, kicks it to Harris, who kicks it to Maxey. Maxey he gets it to Embiid. And Harden comes up with a steal and gets it to Harris. He pulls up for a three. Yes, sir! Tobias Harris with a nice corner three. That is 71 for the Philadelphia 76ers. 71-49 Sixers lead. Less than 8.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Huge shout out to the 14 viewers watching the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So Harden has 25 points, 12 boards, and 4 assists. So McCoffey, with tight defense played on him by Matisse. You had and Matisse guarded Coffee, step back jumper. That's good for 2. So Sixers up 20 over the Clippers, 71-51. 7:55 left to go here in the third. So you got Harden spins around, gets around the screen. Floater, that's no good. And Embiid with a nice two-handed put back. So Terrence Mann commits the foul on Embiid, and looks like he's going to go to the line to complete the three-point play. What? So apparently he didn't count the basket? Oh, that's some bullshit. So apparently they didn't count the basket on that. So Harden will take the first free throws of the third, and that is good. So 72-51 Sixers lead, and Harden makes both. So 73-51 Sixers lead. 7:45 left to go in the third. So Harden 27 points, 11-11 from the free throw line. Jackson he kicks it to Terrence Mann. He pulls up for a three. And Matisse, that is number 4. Matisse, I think that would at least put Matisse on the bench. So it looks like Doc's going to challenge the call. So, and that will be a timeout. And that will be a boring ass commercial break. So, hey, huge shout out to the 13 people still look. Okay. Okay, so not too bad though, man. I appreciate for those who are coming, tuning in. Definitely smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. Definitely share this stream out too. We are coming to you live from YouTube, Twitch. Well, yeah. Hopefully we can get back on this commercial break. Okay. So we are back from commercial break. I appreciate it, Samuel. For those who cannot catch the game, obviously, as you're from where I'm from, it is 12:10 on the East Coast, 9:10 on the West Coast. I do this. I actually done a lot more games like this over the course of the regular season. But I will do some. I'm surprised that was an offensive foul because apparently with the new shooting foul, if you stand late, they'll call that as an offensive foul. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, I appreciate some new faces coming onto the channel. I appreciate, new faces new people coming in. I really do appreciate it. And Harden with too strong of a finish. So Covington hits the three for the Clippers. So 73-54. Sixers still lead. So Covington's 2 of 2 from 3 for 6 points. So MB guarded by Zubats. He kicks it to Harden. Gives it right back to MB, still guarded by Zubats. And we got Coffee. He drives. And Maxey comes up with a huge block. So Joel Embiid gets called for the technical. God damn it. Yeah, but for those who are new coming in, definitely smash the like button. Hit that subscribe when you guys are new to the channel. We are on the road to 400 subscribers at the time of the stream. We are sitting at 388. We're 2 away from 390, and then also we're 12 away from the 400 subscriber mark. Oh, come on. Don't do. So that free throw is good from Jackson. So 73-55, 6:51 to go in the third. Still Clippers basketball, and Batum's going to inbound with Harden guarding the inbound. And an offensive foul has been called on the Clippers. Damn, that was quick. Right. Man, dog, you better quit running your mouth, dude. Don't get teed up because we don't want that again. I'm just saying, technicals is gonna come bite you in the ass, basically. So we got 6:51 to go here in the third. Appreciate for the new faces coming into the stream. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. So Embiid, guarded by Zubats from the perimeter. So Embiid, I'm sorry with Harden. Step back, almost a step back three. Joel, and that's good from Joel Embiid. And a nice step back three of his own. God damn. 76-55. Jackson gives it to Covington. So Zubats, who gives it back to Covington. Sets the screen for Covington. And that's good for two from Robert Covington. So 76-57 Sixers lead. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the third. Tobias posting to Reggie Jackson in the post. Spin around jumper. And that's good for two from Tobias Harris. You love to... Exactly. So it's 78-57 Sixers lead over the Clippers. Jackson, almost turns it over with Coffee chasing down the basketball. Coffee floater, and that's good for two. So 78-59. Sixers still lead over the Clippers. 5:17 left to go here in the third. And Harden guarded by Coffee. And he kicks it to Matisse. He pulls up for a three. That's good for three from Matisse Thybulle. So 81-59 Sixers lead over the Clippers. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So we got Batum. And he gets blocked. And Zubac's Coffee for three. Yep, that's good for three. So 81-62. Sixers lead still over the Los Angeles Clippers here on the back-to-back road trip. 4.5 minutes to go here in the third. Harden turns it over. And Zubac kicks it to Coffee for three. That's good for three. Come on, guys. Gotta play deep. Gotta close out. So 81-65. Sixers still lead. So Amir Coffee, 6 of 10 from the field. And we got Harris posting up on Reggie Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Covington and Harris with a nice post-up shot over Covington. So 83-65, Sixers lead. 3:45 left to go here in the third. Coffee hands it right back to Jackson. And Jackson pulls up for a deep three. That's no good. Embiid comes down with the rebound. And Embiid directing traffic. And Embiid. Oh, nice. And Embiid's going to the line to shoot two. At least, I mean, think about it this way: if the Sixers beat the Clippers, that's two LA teams that they've beaten. At least with the Clippers, they actually know how to win games compared to the Lakers. So I'll say that much. So first free throw is good from Joel Embiid. So Niang and Milton is coming onto the floor for the Philadelphia 76ers. So Tobias is gonna take a nice deserved rest along with James Harden. And both free throws are good from Joel Embiid. So that is a 20-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. But huge shout out to the 18 viewers watching the stream. Jackson, he drives. And a nice two-handed weak defense, two-handed slam. So 85-67, Sixers still lead with 3:09 left to go here in the third quarter. We got Niang who gets it to Embiid in the post. Embiid trying to find an open man. Gets double teamed. And kickball on Luke Kennard. And that brings up a fresh 14. And timeout has been called. So we are going to commercial break. But for those who are new coming in, or who are watching from Facebook, I did post a link to my YouTube channel in the chat or in the comment section. That is true. That is true. Appreciate with the 12 likes though, man. Not too shabby, but a huge shout out to the 18 people still sticking with me for some late night NBA action. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I really do appreciate you guys. But yeah. Hey, that is true. That is true, Samuel. And quick question, Sam. I'm pretty sure you're pretty new around to this channel as well. So I mean, I really do appreciate some new faces coming in. Whether you're coming from YouTube on the YouTube side of things, Facebook, or if you follow me on my Twitch channel. I mean, you guys, it's pretty amazing that something who kind of checks me out a little bit. Um, there I have some more I have some good things coming up for later after the game because I think you guys do not want to miss out some of the good stuff that I have coming up in the next couple of days. Oh, really? Yeah, I know that feeling. That's very true. I do appreciate it, but hey, if you can though, try share my channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys share my channel if you're still at work. But yeah, huge shout out to everybody that's still coming into the chat. 8 from YouTube, 9 from Facebook. Hey, Jorge, I appreciate it. A lot of people really don't think so because like it's just like I don't know. Like I'll say this too. There are times I do get some of the hate that I get, and for um, it's just like it's weird how. But for me, I don't mind the hate. For me, I just take it for what it is. That's what I think. So Harden was. Oh, jeez. God damn, got to keep the graphic up a little bit longer. But Tobias deserves a rest on the bench. Because I thought he actually played pretty efficiently tonight. But yeah, I mean, I think this team. And I'll talk more about the Clippers too. I mean, and that shot's no good. And we got Philly might. So six. Interesting. I tried to hit up RB. I haven't heard back from him. Yeah. See, I might try to hit up Philly Mike at some point during this week. Maxi, deep three, yes sir. Maxi, this kid is something special to watch. For, I believe so because we are. It is very close though, because Sixers are a game. If they like say, because they are a game out of the first place in the Eastern Conference, but we are leading our division though. I'll say that. Jackson for long two, and that's no good. MB comes down with the rebound, gives it to Maxi, takes up for Philadelphia. Nice screen 7. MB, thought about a 3, and gives it to Niang. Niang guarded by Covington. Got Zubats right on Embiid. So Covington blocks Embiid's shot out of bounds. Still Sixers ball. Minute 40 to go here in the third. And we got, I think, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. MB, deep 3. Yes, sir. Damn. God damn. MB with a nice deep 3 from downtown. Dialing up the long range jumper. Jesus Christ. So 91 69, 123 left to go here in the third. Maxi right on Amir Coffee. Gives it to Luke Kennard. Gives it to Zubats. It is going to be a quiet finish, though. I will agree. I'll say that. I'll definitely agree to that. And let's be real. I mean, if he don't get first, yeah, he did shut. No, that's more like the parking garage, the way that coming from. But yeah, it's just but hang on a second. Embiid pump fakes and he walked. Yeah, he definitely walked. But it is going to be a close finish. I would not be upset if he didn't take first place. I think, and I said this too, and I've been very critical of Doc Rivers over this regular season, the last couple, this regular season. Um, I've been very critical of his coaching style, and granted, at times it has come to hurt us in some and majority of the games this year. I'll talk more about that with that is true, but I don't know, man. I did, and this is the thing too. Like out of the Lakers, I did like what I saw of Malik Monk. Like I thought Malik Monk, I thought is a very underappreciated player here in the NBA. I'll hold my hand up to that. Now we got Maxey gets to the green, gets it, and Shea gets blocked by Covington. One of our former inconsistent players at times, and that's very true. It's just like this team. This regular season has been very crazy, especially here in both conferences. I'll say that much, but mostly in the Eastern. Because I get it. The Western Conference. Hey, I appreciate it, man. So we got Maxey, 22 seconds left, and a top two from contact from Tyrese Maxey. Hey, kid's something special, man. The fact that kid's really something special for the Sixer squad. I'll say that. So we got Coffee with the floater, and that is a foul, and shot it will not count. Coffee deep three. That's no good. Rebound to George Niang, and that's the end of the third quarter. I don't know, man. There's something about Malik Monk that I really like. I don't know what it is about Malik Monk. I guess is it just me? Is it just me, or I just feel like when he got out of Charlotte, it's just like he just like fought, I just feel like he played a lot better since he left Charlotte. Maybe that's just how I see out of Malik Monk. Um, and look, I can't take it away from LeBron too, especially the kind of career he's paid out the last what was it 19 years, 20? God, it's been almost 2 decades. Jeez, damn, that's crazy. But it's just there's certain players like when it's just like I mean Malik Monk's just one of those guys. It's like no, I thought even with those during with his time in Charlotte, it's just one of those things. It's like how like can he be a good player if he still sticks with Charlotte or did for me because I thought he's like I thought myself like I feel like he's going to get traded somewhere. Now the question was where he was going to go to. Then when I saw him wind up with the Lakers, I mean, yeah, granted he did have a slow start with the Lakers, but once he started getting heated up, that's just something that I would have seen during his time in Charlotte, but apparently that was not the case when Monk was with Charlotte. And look, I'm not going to count Charlotte out too. I mean, they got a bright future ahead of them, and there's some teams I do think that have a lot of bright futures with them. That's absolutely. That's how I just see how some of these teams are. Um, but yeah, I appreciate the 12 years still sticking with me. Um, I really do appreciate it though. Well, yeah, I mean, even my buddy Eric, who's the SC experience, he's also times too. Like he has voiced his frustrations on stream as well. And he knows how painful it is sometimes to watch Lakers games, and I can because like honestly with the baseball season coming around the corner here in April, I'm really looking forward to that because I'm actually going to do start calling some games, professional games that is because I've called some college baseball games throughout this entire year as well. I mean, I may not be like much, but it was something I try to at least fit in with some of my within my schedule. But yeah, that's just kind of. But yeah, I do appreciate some fans of other teams really coming through. Especially, I appreciate some pretty cool Lakers fans that have kind of popped in. So Appreciate it. Uh, I know I'm probably going to show my age a little bit. I've been a fan since the Allen Iverson era in the early 2000s. So that's when I started kind of picking up into the Philadelphia 76ers. Since then, and unfortunately, I had to go through the trust the process era, which that was not the. Let's be real, not for me was not the best era to go through. It was just not. It was just cringy to really look back on. Almost 10 years, however many years later, seeing some of the former players kind of being successful elsewhere. Drew Holiday. We got and Terrence Mann gets bumped on the route to the hoop by DeAndre Jordan. But yeah, seeing like Andre Iguodala become successful. We've seen Drew Holiday become successful. Same with Lou Williams. Some guys that we just really underutilized. After their time here in Philadelphia. I'm a huge Phillies. Well, except for the Flyers, it's the only one team I kind of do not. I like to an extent because I don't really watch often because the Flyers are absolute garbage. I can say that. I always trash talk the Philadelphia Flyers because they're always. And I'll say this too. And I think someone brought this up. Someone brought this up. Like the Flyers are pretty much they're still stuck in the 70s. The Broad Street Bullies era of hockey, which is not the best way to go about it, but hey. But I mean, there are some players I thought did pretty. And Danny Green for 3. That's no good. Rebound to who the hell's 43? So we got man kind of try to split through the defenders, but got stopped in his tracks. Kennard for 3. I remember that where he stepped over Ty Lue. Like I remember that very well. I think that's the most iconic moment here in Philadelphia. And we got Harden guarded by Kennard. Kicks it to Green. Deep 3 from Danny Green. Yes, sir. And he's another guy that shot from the parking garage. So 96-72, Sixers still lead, I should say. Man, Sixers are 13 of 29 from 3 compared to the 5 of 17 from the Clippers. And don't ask me to do the math. I suck at percentages. And Hartenstein too strong on that finish. And listen, well, I'll talk more about that in just a bit. But we got Harden guarded by it looks like Covington, and that's a good that's a good shot by James Harden. So that's 98-72. Sixers still lead. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. Harden 29 points, 14 boards, 7 assists, and that shot's no good. Rebound to James Harden. That is rebound number 13. So we got Harden slowly taken up. Gets double teamed with Terrence Mann at the top of the key. And Harden step back 3. Yes. Oh, too strong. So rebound to Robert Covington. Gets it to who the hell's the I think I put in the comment section of the of this live stream on the Facebook end. Harden, man, that was just. So I guess I guess I'll just put it right back into the chat. Just give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, studio. But yeah, and that's another thing. And I said this to a lot of people. The only Laker I do not hate is Kobe Bryant because he's obviously obviously God rest his soul. He is. Oh, nice block, and still, so it's not just good play all around. So we got So you got Hartenstein with the basketball in his hands. Out to Terrence Mann. Mann, guarded by Jordan. Covington for three, and that gets blocked by Matisse Thybulle. I'm sorry, or Harden comes up with the and Harden. God, Rodney Hood's still in the league? Damn. There is the link to my YouTube channel right there. So Sixers are 2 of 5 from the field this quarter compared to the 0 and 7 from the Clippers. So we got Harden with 8:15 left to go, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Harden, he drives through three defenders, gets it to Jordan, and Jordan steps out of bounds. Honestly, his mentality is probably the best. For me, I've always admired his the Mamba mentality he brought. God rest his soul, and huge shout out to his wife Vanessa to renew that partnership with Nike, because I'm gonna try to. And man gets fouled on trying to dunk the basketball in. But yeah, I appreciate a lot of people, you guys coming through here, though. So we got less than 8 minutes to go here in the fourth. And the first free throw from Mann is good. Or so I guess Mann makes both free throws. What the hell? So apparently 98-75. But yeah, we are on the road to 400. That's our next milestone. But yeah, definitely share this channel out too, Jorge. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like some other sports content. And we got Danny Green, three, and a nice layup. I appreciate it, Jorge. Definitely share this out if you can. I would greatly appreciate that. So 100-75, Sixers lead over the Clippers. Deep three, rebound to George Niang, gets it to Harden. So George Niang has been fouled underneath the basket. I appreciate it for those who are new coming in. We are on the road we are one away from 390 and make that 11 from 400. That is our next to get started here on the hopefully try to at least get this channel monetized at some point later down the road, which is the ultimate goal of this channel. So we got Harden. We'll see. And then DeAndre with a nice two-handed putback on a Harden miss. So a bank three. So 102-78. Sixers still lead. 6.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Green for three. Yes, sir. Danny Green for three. So 105-78 here in the fourth. Danny Green with 8 points, 2 of 4 from three. We'll see. I mean, we still got 6 minutes to go, and that is and so Rodney Hood make. Hey, shout out to the Philippines. This is what I think I like. This is why I think a lot of my basketball streams I feel like could do well, because I do appreciate the Phillies, especially the Philippines, man. Yeah, for entire country people who come from the Philippines, I appreciate it. Shout out Bonascala from the Philippines. I appreciate it for those who are new coming into the channel. If you guys are watching from the YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, where you may be watching this, and you can also check out all my social media, which is linked down below in the description. I also do have merch options, which that's also linked down below as well. If you want to go check that out, everybody is more than welcome to, because shirts, hats, hoodies, backpacks, drawing bags, mouse pads, whatever the case may be, I have that in my merch store, which is linked down below in the description. So you guys do not want to check out on some merch options. I still have my OG merch options when I used to be known as the Phillies. I appreciate it from Mexico coming through. I really do appreciate that. I even when wait, that's crazy. I appreciate anybody who's coming in. Huge shout out to everybody where you may be watching this all around the world. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it because like I said before, obviously we're in commercial break. Um, I'm going to be calling some of their games this year. I'm going to be calling their games like the Rockies, the Mariners, the 3 games against the Dodgers, and 2 games against the Braves this year. Because it depends on how my schedule is, especially my work schedule outside of YouTube. Um, I'm really looking forward to see what this team can do. I've been very critical of them the last couple of years. You know, and me and many other Phillies fans can attest to. We've been have not seen the postseason over a decade, so it's kind of been very painful. But obviously now with the expanded playoffs, I think we can finally end that drought, along with the Seattle Mariners, who is another team I feel like who's on the rise, along with the Detroit Tigers as well. Because there's some other teams. So, who's your team, Jorge? I'm very interested because I know a lot of Phillies fans. I know some A's fans, some Dodgers fans. I'm very curious. Yeah, because you'll see me for a 3 game set for the Phillies and Dodgers. Great. Okay, I respect that. All I gotta say is too, man. I think sometimes I feel like Dave Roberts at times has kind of. I'm not saying he jinxed it, but the way he put it, I feel like he did kind of jinx it. But I think the NL for me, the NL West is the more competitive because obviously with some of the because us like we are is in somewhat of a competitive division in the National League. Oh yeah, like I said, and I said this too. Um, is that this team? It's gonna be interesting. We got Maxi hands it off to Milton. Milton he drives, kicks out to Danny Green, kicks it to to Maxi. Wow, that's 3 point for Maxi. Okay, how so, Jorge? That is a very, and I think you're not the first person I've heard that they want Roberts out because I did make a video about Dave Roberts, and that was earlier in my channel's growth in history. So we got Hartenstein come up with a rebound, and that's still Clippers basketball. Now I want to kind of let me hear your reason. I'm very interested. That's interesting. I really do think that's very interesting. I'm not saying it's interesting, but I do think sometimes it does make sense. I know one reason is his game management. I know that his game management is complete garbage. I know that clearly. Um yeah, that's absolutely that is true. And I guess that's very I agree with that. Oh yeah, so we got 108 84 Sixers still trail or lead, I should say. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. B-ball Paul with the ball in his hands gets it to Shake Milton. He drives, nice layup for 2. And for me, like even the All Star game, like he at times like for me, even though when he was the manager of the All Star game, like for the National League, I feel like he really disrespected my one of my favorite pitchers, and that's Zach Wheeler. Because I did make a video about that because it kind of annoyed me to no extent that the fact like he waited till like the last time, like the last I think the very final ending to use him in the All Star game. It's it's ridiculous. But I will say this too. I think Freddie Freeman's going to do really well in Los Angeles. And I said this too, and I call this too. Like, if Freddie Freeman's not going to stay in Atlanta, I have a feeling he's going to go back home to California. And I feel the Dodgers is the one place I think is the perfect fit. And look what happens. He signs a 6-year deal with the Dodgers. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting this year. A huge shout out to the 12 viewers still watching the stream. I do appreciate you guys coming through here on the channel. So we got 4:38 left to go here in the fourth. Yeah, Jansen was on and off. So both free throws are good for the Clippers. That's absolutely true. So Max, he hands out to Isaiah Joe, who's on the floor for the Sixers. Gives it to Reed. Reed hands out to Isaiah Joe. Joe guarded by Hartenstein. And that shot is good from Isaiah Joe. So 112-86, Sixers lead. 4:10 left to go. 4:08 left to go. Yeah, that is true. So Embiid would come up with the block, and that's very true. Trust me. Look, I've called a couple of World Series games where he just was not the best. What he's capable of. So yeah, I can say that from experience. From yeah, you're telling me, man. Yeah, so it looks like it's most likely it's going to be the reserves. That's on here on the is right now is on the floor for the Sixers. I think the only starter I think still in Julio Arias is. I thought that kid's something special. Obviously, mindset off the field incident that happened wasn't a couple years ago. This kid's got some star potential. I can say that for, like I said, that's Dodgers team is very stacked from top to bottom. That's all I gotta say about the Dodgers, though, man. So Isaiah Hartenstein, 10.7 boards, 3 assists. Hey, look, man. Baseball has always been my number one sport, and that's kind of sport I've been watching for years. Football and basketball and kind of come secondary. And that shot's good from Shake Milton. So 114-88. And a turnover by the Sixers. And that is a nice slam from B-Ball Paul. Absolutely. When we are healthy, we are sometimes a team tough to beat. And we are going to a timeout break. And that means mute my phone for a boring commercial break. Definitely. I mean, when we're healthy, I think the Sixers team at times is a team to beat. There are times when it does show, like when we are fully healthy. We've actually have won a ton of games when we're healthy. Yep, that's the reason why I mute my phone, because obviously I'm not watching it through my TV, which I normally would do. Obviously with the green, like I said, with the green screen. Eagles at times at times they can frustrate me. The fact now they brought back Derek Barnett, that's a whole nother. I will talk about that in my debut show, the Eagles Talk podcast. I will talk about that at the end of the month, which is my very first episode of the Eagles Talk podcast. I have 3 shows so far when it comes to like the Philly sports. At the Philadelphia Phillies Talk podcast. I have the Sixers Talk podcast for all things Sixers related, and obviously the Eagles Talk podcast for all things Eagles related. With news signings, whatever the case may be. Same with the Phillies and the Sixers. I thought the Sixers actually Eagles. I thought they could have done more in free agency. But like before. I hope so. Depending on what my schedule is, I would definitely do some, because I've done a couple in the last season. Unfortunately, I've done Dallas and Washington. Because at the time, because obviously my Eagles had an off day, so it's like because nobody else was streaming the games anyway. But yeah. Definitely, and I'm really hoping I could try to at least go to some Eagles games this year. But yeah, I mean, there are times where I've done that. That's always been a classic rivalry. Like from where I'm from, Like we always say at the Cowboys. It's like that's just kind of the rivalry we have. Yeah, the Giants is good and whatnot because that's in the past, and at times too. Like sometimes Philadelphia has sometimes gotten a bad rap because it's like we jeez. A lot of people kind of bring up some moments like where we pelted snowballs at Jimmy Johnson. We booed Santa Claus. I think it was like snowballs with batteries in there, if I'm not mistaken, too. Um, yeah, we had sometimes our infamous moments, but yeah, those are just the two to name those snowballs at Jimmy Johnson and boot Santa Claus. So yeah, that's absolutely. Actually, I live outside of Philadelphia. I live in South Jersey, actually. So I live in Jersey, actually. So I'm part of that Delaware Valley. So where these where because I'm like on the well, I can see Philadelphia right outside of my house, so I'm like super close to Philadelphia. So we got Milton hands up to Korkmaz, hands up to Joe, gets it back to Milton, and so it looks like Charlie Brown Jr. has come on, and Milton can't make the shot. Hey, huge shout out to the 19 people watching the stream. Definitely appreciate you guys joining me in the back end where the Sixers are up 116 to 188. Interesting. So you're okay. So you're from Wilmington, I'm guessing from what you're saying. I appreciate it though. You know, um, yeah. So I mean, I'll try to do some Eagle games this year. The one team, like I said, I always shit talk the Flyers, and Korkmaz kicks it out to Milton. He pulls up for a deep three, and that's no good. And that's I appreciate it though. So we got 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to go. Wow, man, that's interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be very interesting what this team. Let's see what the Phillies are gonna do. Um, this year. It's just funny to see how because it's like our biggest rival is pretty much the Atlanta. Well, technically Atlanta and the Mets, but it's gonna. Like I said too. I'll talk about this. See, and that's the thing too. Like I do want to travel outside the country. I really do. I know Mexico is just one of those places. So it's like it's like last on my bucket list, but I would not mind it because it's like if I want to take a vacation, I think Cancun is probably the best place I want to take a vacation. But my biggest thing on my bucket list is going to Japan. Um, I appreciate it, man, and definitely too. If you get a chance to, like, definitely share my channel out. I'll greatly appreciate. Will definitely greatly appreciate that, and that's pretty good, and that's good for two. See, and that's the thing too with Japan, and the reason why I want to go is that I mean they love their high school baseball over in Japan, which is the most absolute insanity from what some of the high school games I see. That's true, man, and that's good for three. Yeah. Hey, look, Japan's always been one of those places where, like, I've always, I do like actually watching. There are times where actually I've been up like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning watching some MP, some Palm professional baseball games. And which is crazy too. Like their high school games are like the most popular over there, more than the professional league, which is crazy. Like here in the United States, like our high school games is like meh, depending where you're from. But yeah. So Zaldi as 118 to 93 Sixers lead. So actually make that 120 to 93 Sixers up over the Los Angeles Clippers with 107 left to go in the fourth. It's basically just with reserves right on the floor at this moment because obviously it looks like most likely the starters are getting some rest or are pretty much done for the night. Which I mean, it's well deserved rest. I'll say that much. Definitely though, and that's a huge shout out to our squad, and that free throw is good. Damn, almost won it, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Can't have that with it. And Harris Shine makes both free throws. So 120 to 96, Sixers lead over the Los Angeles Clippers. We got 1 minute to go here in the fourth quarter. And Joe for three. That's no good. And we got Coffee with the ball in his hands. Guarded by Isaiah Joe. Joe, got some good defense on Coffee. Coffee spins around jumper. That's good for two. So 120 to 98, or it's not 90. Jesus, man, they really. So it's 97. I do apologize. But yeah, so Milton goes around the basket, gets the Korkmaz for three. That's no good. Rebound to Paul Reed. 20 seconds to go. Isaiah Joe with the ball in his hands. Nice mid-range jumper. That's no good. basically 14 seconds to go. Oh, Paul Reed with a nice take away, scoop and score from Paul Reed. So 122 to 97. 7 seconds to go here in the fourth. And that will do it. And Sixers win it by the final score 122 to 97 over the Los Angeles Clippers. Honestly, man, I do appreciate how this team played tonight. And I mean, obviously, slow start overall. I mean, overall, I think Tobias played efficiently. Joel did his thing. Same with James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. Danny Green has some good moments too. It did feel good too. I think the Clippers. Yeah, I know they're underperformed, but I do think they're still a good team in the Western Conference. I think they have some good players on that team, but I just feel like this is how we just we just being with we just even though man we just caused them a lot of problems, especially this time we actually I think not that I think about it now that we actually out rebounded the team. Yeah, has been close, and that is very true. That is very true. Secret underdog, man. That is very true. And the fact that how this team is, and at times they feel like I feel like some of this close game does tell you I felt like we did underperform, and like I said too, and I said it too earlier, like before the halftime. I was very not just me, but many others were very critical of Doc Rivers and how he coaches. The fact he's still stubborn in the way that he still goes about it, but and the fact sometimes the way he coaches, and the fact it comes out wins like this, and that's too. It's actually pretty much exactly that's kind of the thing. Like everyone actually played, to what they're supposed to do. Tobias was efficient. Tyrese kind of did his thing. Joel did his thing. James Harden, first half double. That was pretty cool to see. Danny Green, it's 50-50, but he made some big shots when we really needed them. Same with Korkmaz at times, and that's crazy for me to say for a guy who's been very super inconsistent the last couple of years for this team. I think Doc Rivers actually did a pretty good job today, and that's crazy for what I have to say about Doc Rivers, even though I'm what I made to call for his head. But I'll say this too, even though even though it is a 5-year deal with him, the fact that this is his second winning season is crazy enough to really think about it, because I thought it says, okay, so we have his first winning season. Kenny followed it up again next season, and apparently he's doing that as well. And yeah, it is a fucking miracle. And there are times where it's not just Doc too. The NBA does at times know how to screw with us, especially with the health, especially early in the season with the health and safety protocol. That's when everything sometimes went kind of downhill for us. Like we at times we got screwed by that. But there are times where when we get shorthanded, we just kind of actually know how to. But yeah, that's just how everything just kind of goes about it. But before we head out of here for the night, I do have some interesting stuff. I want to kind of when it comes to like live streams and whatnot. Oh yeah, that is what I said. I think I did make a video about that because I feel like there's some conspiracy theory that he does hate it. He does know how to find a way to fuck with us, and I'll say that too. Um, before we get out of here, I do appreciate who everybody stuck around. Um, even though we are still one shy away from 390, but hey, we're close enough to getting to that 400 subscriber mark. Which is crazy enough because, and obviously, my buddy Eric, huge shout out to him for hitting 700. Man, I couldn't be more proud of the kind of for the kind of content creator that he is. I'm like really proud of how much how much he's grown in a short amount of time. But with that kind of out of the way, if anybody's going to go check him out, if you like Raiders content, Lakers content, or just live streams in general, he's the guy that you want to check out. But other than that, like obviously, like I said, Monday is my 25th birthday. I had 3 live streams planned for that day. You'll see me I do have my morning show at 9 a.m. if anybody's still up by that time. And that's the thing too. I do have my morning / afternoon shows depending on. I appreciate it, man. Starting halfway to my 30s, like it's something that I would not imagine to be kind of going through, but for me, the way I want to celebrate is, I do have my morning show at 9 a.m. on Monday morning. 4 p.m. I have I think my third episode with, very third episode of my Philadelphia Phillies Talk podcast featuring special guest Mark Farzetta. For those who do not know who Mark Farzetta is, he used to work for ESPN 97.5 The Fanatic and has his own YouTube morning show called the Farzy Show with Mark Farzetta. I do watch him from time to time in the mornings. So I managed to get him on the channel to kind of talk some Phillies baseball. And I think 8 o'clock. I have my celebration stream. It is going to be a call. So it is going to be a call on the stream to anybody who wants to pull up. Everybody's welcome. But tomorrow, which is actually as the time I'm still streaming, Saturday at midnight is my late night show. And then I got my wrestling podcast as well. So you guys don't want to miss out on that if you guys like wrestling and all that good stuff. And Sunday, I got my afternoon show at 3:30. And then we can just kind of go for there. Obviously with baseball season right around the corner, you'll see me do guys for those. I'm a huge baseball guy as well. I mean, obviously basketball comes secondary as well, along with football. I will be calling some baseball games this year, especially for the Philadelphia Phillies. I have calling, and I think Sacred Underdog knows this too. That I have calling some college baseball games throughout this their entire regular season, from some teams. But yeah, I mean, you'll see me do like the Phillies and the Rockies, the Phillies and the Mariners, the three games out of the 4 against the Dodgers, and 2 games against the Atlanta Braves. So those are the games right now I have on schedule. I'll try to see if I can fit more in during the entire regular season, hopefully during the summer. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you guys. I do appreciate it for those who stuck around. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely, do all that good stuff. Share the stream, share the stream. That is true. I think the Pepperdine game was something else, man. The Pepperdine and Bakersfield, that college baseball game was interesting. But with that being said, for those who kind of were tuning in late or we're still sticking with me throughout this entire stream, make sure you leave a like on the stream, share the stream, and definitely hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. We are so close to 390. If you guys want to help out to get to that 390 mark, you're more than welcome to hit that red subscribe button, which is on top of my head. As well as actually down below, but as you can tell by the green screen. But try to hopefully get closer to the 400 mark. That's kind of our next biggest milestone on this channel, since this channel is over a year old and counting. Probably not. But yeah, right. Sunday, that's right. I'm also doing the Sixers and the Suns at 6 o'clock on Sunday. So you guys do not want to miss out on that. So when they play when they're in Phoenix, taking on the Phoenix Suns. So that's another Sixers game that I'm going to be doing as well. So you guys, you do not want to miss out on that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you want to be, and you'll see me again tomorrow night as well, and around midnight, probably for like a couple of hours or so. I do play also. I do also have I do have my own baseball games as well. So I'll try not to be up as late, because I have to be up early, around like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning for the first pitch, that kind of thing. But I do appreciate it for those who stuck around. The 14 viewers still with me here. 5 from YouTube, 8 from Facebook, and 1 from my Twitch channel. I appreciate you guys coming through on these streams. I really do appreciate it. Except for that probably one potential salty Clippers fan dislike, but I don't care. Game streams tomorrow. Maybe depending on what. Well, I will do a video game stream tomorrow as well. I appreciate it. But for those who don't know, definitely share the channel out. I would greatly appreciate that. Because if you like anything like Philly sports related or just sports in general, I would greatly talk about that. I'm a good place to kind of talk about a few things. But with that being said, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Talk Podcast. I appreciate it for anyone who stuck around from my Sixers live play-by-play stream. But with that being said, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Talk Podcast. I'll see you guys in the next stream.